Okay, so here we are. This is a tutorial on how to create a seek and find hoss. So, oh, I'm sorry, a seek and find scrapbook. So it's very similar to the tutorial on the hoss. What we're going to do is we've opened up Flash. This is CS5. I recommend using CS5. We're going to do a new document, ActionScript 3. We're going to then do an import. And we're going to say import to stage, which is also Command R. And on my desktop, we have a right here, Volume 3 Animals. So I'm going to say open, and this is the Photoshop dialog. So this is the big thing. We have a frame, which we don't need, and we have silhouettes that we do need. And when we do the import, we would normally want to go in for the color items and name each one and create a movie clip instance, but we're not going to do that. We're going to make sure that everybody is instanced, and we've got a back button here and a background image. So we want to make sure that they all come in, and we're going to set the stage and make sure that they're coming in as flash layers. So we're going to do this. It's going to take a second to do this because we have a special command that we're going to use to instance all of these items, because right now they're just going to come in as empty items on the stage. So here we go. Doesn't take that long, but our silhouettes are on top of our color items. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into this color items, and you see how all of these are already instanced. But if I click on one of them and then I look at my properties, I'm sorry, should have this open. It doesn't have an instance name here. So we're going to go back to this guy and select all these color items, because these are the things that we're going to turn on and off based on whether the person has been able to collect these items. We're going to go into here, and we're actually going to back out of here. So we're going to click on this guy, and then we're going to go under our commands and say instance auto name. And the big thing here is that we want to call this layer items. So it's just that simple. Now we want to go into items, now that we have all these guys selected, and pull the same command, instance auto name. And it's just a JFSL command that was created to create an auto name instance of all these. And now it's going to go to the item name of the symbol. So now that I've selected the goat, if we look at properties, we're going to see it's item 23 underscore goat. So it automatically names it, and based on the Photoshop layer name. And it'll actually even put in a space. If there's a space in there, it'll put an underscore in there. So that's it. We're done there with the items. Now, the thing is, so if we go back up to items and turn them off, we have our silhouettes there. We want those, and we want all of our names and everything. So we're going to go and click the background, and we can just name this guy BG. We want to name everyone BG. We don't really do anything with it, but just for consistency's sake. And then we have a button, which is a back button, and we want to always name it BACKBTN, camel cased, just like that, because we actually look to each SWIP that's loaded in the engine and assign a click to that so that you can go back out to your scrapbook view. So that's very key. So it's the back button, and it's going to be out there on its own on the stage. So if we click over to here, we're going to see its name back button. And then we have our items clip, which has all the nested clips, and then we just have the rest, and that's just the background. Now, the background is just this. It doesn't have the silhouettes, but it has, you know, the branding of the third-party company, and it has the name of the scrapbook. And there's a convention that Andy can talk to you about that. But when you're preparing these, it'll, you know, it's just that simple. Okay, so that's it. And then you can just name it by the name of the Photoshop file. So this one was volume 3 _ animals. And then you name that, put it in a folder, and you're all ready to go. Okay, and that concludes this tutorial on how to make a seek and find scrapbook.